But okay, like I said, we've been going over Legend88 games. We've seen him take advantage of weak groups. We've seen him play in a variety of styles. But he wouldn't be Legend88. He wouldn't have really been brought to our attention, perhaps, if it wasn't for the glorious player of atnight. Who is atnight? Who is this person, you wonder? Well, atnight was a person who played Tengen against a lovely professional player. And Legend88 took a very reasonable approach and just grabbed himself some corners. Which, atnight, proceeded to invade every single one of them every single time. Now, if there was one game like that, then we might have missed it. We might not have noticed how great these earlier games were. But no, these two played over and over and over again. And you know what? I'm going over another one of their games right now. Because this is how it opened. Atnight took Tengen again when in one of the half dozen times they played. Sure enough, almost without fail, Legend88 does grab himself the corner, and atnight happily invades 3-3, because that's just his style. So okay, let's see this game, which I don't think I've gone over in a lecture yet. Let's see just what happens here. Well, Legend blocks. Does it matter which way he blocks here? No, but he blocks. Now, I will point out, we can understand Black's strategy. It's easy to understand it. Keep in mind, we've seen players who think to themselves, all I need is a 2-space extension. If I can get that, we're golden. So they do a lot of life and death, a lot of life and death, a lot of life and death. They can invade everywhere, they can live everywhere. So let's take the middle point. That way when we invade everywhere and live everywhere, they won't get anything in the middle. Huh? Thinking. Now we're thinking. But alright. Invading and living. Living and invading. Nice, simple Nice, simple sequence. White's getting the wall. Black is living in the corner. And for anyone who somehow, some way, has not actually seen this yet, you may think to yourself, I am making it up when I say that sure enough, he invades everywhere. You might think I'm lying, but we're not lying to you. Legend takes corner for himself, no doubt thinking himself miles ahead. In this game, White actually approaches rather than take another corner and see an invasion and yada yada yada. Okay. White approaches this time. And Black's like, my only goal in life right now is to reduce that. So blam. We're getting really close to it. Oh, sorry. I'm wrong. Am I wrong? No, we're right. That is the right position. Almost messed up there. So blam. We're approaching really, really close. I mean, come on. What's White gonna do? Play here? We got this game. But that's a back off. So White looks at this and thinks, you know, you can't really do anything to me. I mean, there's still a lot of Aji on this stone if you try to pincer. A lot of forcing moves. Can still attach. This isn't a threat. Let's take open corner. And Legend says, that corner is now mine. But Black is atnight. And no corner is yours when you are playing at night. So he invades immediately. This time we understand the direction that we're blocking, because we can, you know, can do some development. Help our little stones out. Make sure this little guy might not be all alone. Okay. We get the direction this time. And once again, this is now a Jiseki that nobody who watches these videos should ever get wrong, because we're seeing it repeatedly. Yep. Just invading that corner. Alright. Corner has been invaded. Oh yeah. So now what? Your legend. You've given up Sente again. To take the wall. What is your opponent thinking? What is he going to play next? Are you at all worried of this board? Well, Legend, at this point, has played at night quite a few times. So believe it or not, we're seeing a little bit of hesitancy in at night's play. To the point where he says, you know what? I get it. I've learned from my previous games. My previous games, I just try to ruin everything. That's what I would do. But when I did that, you killed me. I see how that works. So instead, I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be strong. Oh, and it was even guessed in chat. Shusaku's move. Yes, the Kusumi. Happy diagonal. But again, White looks at that and is like, you know, man, you can kick me, you can keep me low, you can pincer me, but that stone's gonna be fine still, so I'm taking the corner. And at night again. It's like, corner? You not get any corners. Those corners are mine. I will invade every last one of those corners. How you like me now? Okay. Now, I should take the liberty of pointing out here that this at night player did manage to get himself all the way up to 7-dan with this annoying as heck style. So, if you have that special someone in your life that you want to troll, though I would never, ever, ever suggest adopting this strategy, knowing it might be fun. But alright, so here we go. Living in the corner again, as we did here, as we did here. At this point, everyone should know the moves involved. Everyone knows the moves, because we've seen them over and over again. Yep, that's right. Just living there without variation. 7-dan with a style, man. Amateurs, we're not perfect. We're not perfect. Lots and lots of amateurs have fallen to this style. So many. So many. I mean, he has to. Ranked up to 7-dan. But alright. Now we see them a little bit more passive at night, just poking ever so slightly, like, I'm gonna just reduce that just a little. I'm learning from the last games. I need to be careful. Okay, we're careful now. We reduced it slightly. I'm not going to invade. I saw what happened when I invade. When I invade, I die. We're not doing that. No. You did that, and you killed me in the middle. So we need to live in the middle. Let's aid our stones in the center. Okay. So the question is, what do we do now? As White, we must look at this and realize that we have almost no solid territory. and as black, we can see where his territory is coming from. It doesn't really have any option of getting very much more. I mean, you can get like what, a 2-space extension here? That's not much more. If he pincers, he's probably not getting anything, so this is what he has. But for now it's white's move. It's like, well, you didn't pincer me yet. I'm going to ensure that you cannot. And a little bit more passive atnight is now saying, okay, I'll take some more territory for myself. There we go. Securing everything on up. And where before I would try to pincer you, now I'm just going to do a small shoulder hit. We're going to just borrow strength off of your group. We're not going to go crazy. No, we're not going crazy. We learned not to do that. We're just going to do a little bit of a reduction here. So hopefully we don't lose the 5th game in a row. But have I mentioned that Legend88 is a pro? I've said that, right? Once or twice, at least. So he doesn't take things like this lying down. He comes back with a counterattack. We're going to separate those middle stones. First thing we can do in trying to attack is make sure they have nowhere to run to. So okay. First thing we're doing, we're going to get stronger and make it harder for him to connect anywhere. Okay. There he goes. Black can't connect anywhere now. Those are obviously blocked off, and now this is getting blocked off too. Sweet. But now it's black's turn. I freely admit, it is not looking good for our heroes. What will they do next? What do you think they should do next? Do you have any ideas? I mean, our 1 stone's being crushed. We should respond, right? Like immediately, without even thinking about anything else. We should respond, right? Clearly, our stone's hurt. Save it. That makes sense. Or does it? Well, if we don't, he turns, or Hanes, and gets an extension, and this is going to really live easy. And this stone is weak, so okay. That makes sense. We will respond. What's our opponent going to do? Our opponent is playing slowly. Huh. We would have understood this. Kind of trying to run out there faster, make it difficult for white to separate you, right? Something like that. But he's playing real slowly here. And we've saved our stone. So white says, I'm going to attack. Basic idea, keep the 2 weak groups separated. Black says, my idea is to counterattack you. White says, have fun with that. Black says, I will. Okay, stone's in danger. White extends. Okay, we could get the double Hane here. That could be a problem. We can see this and this not going well, because there's the cut and there's... Alright. Black responds. And so does white. Now that little L group over there is in trouble. Gonna poke. Can't be separated. Can't be separated. If this has to live as is, this gets really, really strong and even maybe cuts off the middle group. So, alright, it looks like we're being counterattacked. Ooh, that's scary. We have to be careful. We have to be so careful here. The entire game is balanced on the head of a pin. If black gets like a move like here and stabilizes in the middle, Oh man, would white be so screwed? But he's not. White says, you shall not pass. He turns into Gandalf. Alright. Tries anyway. Cut through. Make sure outer stone's nice and safe. Don't get surrounded. Can't let that happen. Black takes. White says, you shall not pass. And not Atari, because Atari's bad. If we Atari, it invites the Atari. And then the take even invites a take. And then from there we're pretty screwed as white. Because that gets really, really strong. Really quick. So we back off. Keeping these stones separated. Oh, isn't it awesome how they're just hurting each other trying to live? I mean, if you needed... okay, if you still need a lesson in how important it is to, like, keep two weak groups separated, then, congratulations. Thank you for finding my videos. My name is Dwyron. I hope you enjoy them, and welcome to go. Because by now you should definitely have seen these in so many of my lectures, that I stress this over and over and over again. Keeping weak groups separated is so important. He's trying to get some strength for himself, and White's just like, alright, you can live. I don't care. What about your center that you were so proud of? Think it's gonna live, do you? Black descends. White's like, you're surrounded. Black's like, it's fine. It's completely fine because I'm just gonna be able to surround you. Go ahead and live. Maybe you're alive there, maybe you're not, I don't care. Oh, that's right, you're right, Nezumi. My name is Bat. I apologize. So we don't care if that lives. There's no reason to keep playing them. I mean, we could keep poking and prodding and whatever, but no, all we have to do now is notice that there were two things on the board that needed to live. One's in trouble, got a base, trying to live. Cool. But what about this one? What about that one? Tried to play so carefully. But he's still under severe attack in the middle of the board again. So black strengthens himself. White does, sorry. And notice the thing with black's moves, they're not really getting shape anywhere, are they? I mean, we saw this weird L group over here. It's not really indicative of shape. And we like saw the same thing over here. This little group of stones didn't really get much shape until the final extension. So I guess even when he doesn't make a lot of shape, this style must be serving him kind of well, right? Just like through sheer brute force, he's been able to just live wherever he needs to and win most of his games and get the 7 done. Kinda weird. Alright. So, gonna threaten. Threaten everything. Try to get a base. And I like how throughout all of this, you can see just by responding, I mean, we're still picking up territory. Not a lot. We can't just be like, this is ours and we win game. Because there's so much open space. But we are picking up a few points. We're picking up a few points. White says, that's my area. I'm surrounding you again. You cannot connect up. Black says, well, what if I say please? White says, what if I say die? Takes shape point. Black says, and I'll connect. White says, no, you will not. Then I'll take your stone. Nope, that's mine too. What if I say please? Nope, still no shape for you. This next move is really cool. I mean, if we play here, and then black plays here, then we're slowly kinda sorta getting towards the whole having some sort of shape or an eye maybe kind of thing. However, white pokes it, forcing black to connect. And then we turn. Now there doesn't seem to be any eye there. We have lost all of our eyeballs, so we must seek them elsewhere. And black says, poke, I seek my eye here. And poke, I seek my eye there. And we get nice little connections that as a result from all of this. We see him trying desperately to live as a result. And we see white looking at everything that he's making, trying to make. We blocked one eye, he's looking for others. And he says, I know you can't cut that stone off. If you cut that stone off, you're going to lose your other stones. And you might not even live from this anyway. So what are you really going to do here? Are you going to back off again? You have to back off again, because you can't cut through that. You just can't hold it. Can't hold it. Black backs off. Get the extend. Get the extend. Still looking for that shape. Still looking for that shape. So what are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do now? Now, do we back off? I mean, we can grab this area and this area still. Seems to be good. What was the move that I just... Yeah. Instead, white Hane on the inside. Black tries to cut through. White gets to Atari. Why does he get to Atari? Because he is so freaking strong in the area. I mean, even connecting here and trying to leave black with no eyes. He's got stones everywhere to run to. He's got stones here and here. This one has friends as well. And even if it gets captured, there's still the cutting point. So, tries to use Aji. Tries to use Aji. But that Aji, it's not keeping you safe. He's trying to milk all of it that he can. Every last stone. That was loud. But he has to connect up or he gets cut off, which means that little stone he thinks he's captured is not really his. So we've got an eye. We've got an eye. All of this, we finally have ourselves an eye. Yeah. But ooh, yeah, two of them. Yeah, we need those. We need one more. Need one more. How are we going to get one more eye to live? Well, black Tari, but oh, white saw it and connected. Clever, very clever, very clever. This one is interesting. This one's interesting. Threatening, to go through and connect up a stone and all that. But it doesn't matter if your opponent connects up all of his stones if he's already dead. So, okay. Connect up your stone. You're allowed to do so. It's like, okay then, I don't mind if I do. Thanks. You're quite nice. That'd be Gote. I would be dying in Gote. That'd be kind of embarrassing. Alright. Need to break through here. All we gotta do is break through. Gotta break through. Gotta create cut points first, then we can break through. And he's always backing off because he's not wanting to create bad shape, right? Doesn't want to create like empty triangles and things of that sort. That'd be bad. So he's backing off for some strength. And even once more, backing off for some strength. Poking through, and that's not going anywhere. Goes over here, that connects up, that's not going anywhere. Plays the Atari probably for times Suji, that doesn't go anywhere. Tries to attack that. All we need is shape, who cares what happens to the group? Alright, so that doesn't do anything. Fixing up all of his shapes. The last attack on the board. I mean, that's not an eye anymore. So this is in trouble. Maybe he's done it. Maybe Atnight's beautiful, center-oriented, invade all the things play is good. Because there's too much Aji and your opponent will always cave in. Or maybe they'll turn around and kill you, and you'll lose your 6th or 7th game in a row. Forcing him to connect up means you don't get to kill. If you don't get to kill, then this isn't dead. If this isn't dead, then where's our eyes? Doesn't look like we have any eyes. He's not giving them to us. Most unfortunately, we can do all the throw-ins we want. Nothing really works, and it looks like everything in the middle is dead. So Black resigns. Because keep in mind now, this is not the first time that they've played. And this game was really interesting because we saw him kind of evolve. He's trying to evolve his strategy. He really wants to make it work. You can just like picture him there going like, oh please, somehow this will work. This is a valid strategy. Because he did it super aggressively at first, and like kind of backs off, and he's like trying to open up a bit more passively with the same idea. Not jumping in and just trying to live everywhere. No, we've learned we're going to lightly reduce. But he still got ripped apart. And I don't know. There's so many different reasons why that's so interesting to me. I'm sure most of them are bad reasons, but this Atnight vs. Legend series is so interesting because you rarely get to actually see someone's thought process evolve. Right? And here we were able to, between like a professional and a high-level Don player whose strategy is just woefully bad, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe he made it work eventually. Who knows? But it wasn't in this series. let's see, next time we are not going to have an At Night and Legend game. We're going to go back into one of the ones where he plays a more normal done level player. But I couldn't just pass up another game from his series. Because I've gone over... This is the fourth one now. I've gone over 4 of like 6 or 7. I don't think I'm going to go over another one. I may go back eventually and redo the previous ones, because some of my earlier lectures, the audio was just horrifyingly bad. So maybe I'll go back and do one of those again. But yeah, next time we'll have a game between Legend88 and a 5 or 6 dan, I don't know, that will not be at night. And then there's some 7 dans games that I now have access to thanks to a person who kindly linked those. I'm going to go over those as well. So plenty of more Legend fun coming up later. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series, and I will of course see you next time. Take care, everyone.